Hello ladies, welcome to my series on nutrition. Today we are going to talk about fiber. What is fiber? A lot of us just think of fiber as we need fiber so we can go to the bathroom. It actually plays a huge benefit to our overall health. Yes, it's great for the digestive system, and there are two types of fiber, soluble and insoluble. And again, what is fiber? It is a carbohydrate. So carbs are part of one of the macronutrients, right? Where we get our calories from. But fiber is a carbohydrate that our body cannot break down into digestive sugar molecules. So it is a carb. So I'm going to talk about, hopefully this doesn't get confusing, but I'm going to talk about net carbs. Net, N-E-T, carbs. So what we take away at the end of the day, the amount of carbs we actually have. So again, like I said, there's two types of fiber, soluble, insoluble. Soluble dissolves in water. Insoluble speeds up the passage of food through the digestive system. The daily intake of fiber is usually, it's not based off of calories or anything, it's usually about 25 to 30 grams from food or supplements. So we definitely need a good amount of fiber in our diet. Why? Because one, it helps us, like I said, for our overall health. It helps our digestive system, and it actually helps us feel fuller longer. So when we have foods that are full of fiber, you're gonna see more of a higher carbohydrate content. So I said I was going to talk about something, net carbs. Let me talk about that real quick. So net carbs, you would, if you're, again, let's use a food label as an example. So if you're looking at a food label, again, you see the serving size, you see the calories, and then you scroll down and you see the fat, saturated fat, cholesterol, sodium, blah, 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 blah. You scroll down, you see carbs, fiber, sugar, protein. So looking at that, when you look at the amount of carbs and you see that, wow, per serving, this has 25 grams of carbs in it, but shoot, there's 10 grams of fiber and a few grams of sugar. So remember, going back to my carbohydrate video, there's two types of carbs, simple and complex. Simple means sugar. Complex is everything else, right? So our good healthy carbs. So if you're looking at that food label and you see 25 grams of carbs, you're like, ooh, that's pretty high for a serving because I'm trying to do low carb. But then you see 10 grams of fiber, you are gonna subtract that amount of fiber from the carbohydrates. So again, you have 25 grams minus 10 grams of that fiber, you're gonna end up with 15, right? Is 25 minus 10, 15? You're gonna end up with 15 grams of carbs. That is how you figure out net carbs. So if you're tracking, and you're tracking all your food for the day, and then you look at the end of the day and you want to see how much fat you had, protein, carbs, all that kind of stuff, and you're looking at all of that. You're looking at your macros and you're counting your macros, right? Is it all kind of coming together? You're looking at your fat, your carbs, and your protein to see where you're at. You also want to look at fiber because fiber is a carbohydrate. So it is a carb. So those calories are already counted, okay? You following? All right. So at the end of the day, you're going to take that amount. Say you have 100 grams of carb, and you're like, oh my gosh, I was trying to do low carb. What am I doing? That is pretty low carb, by the way. But I get that often, okay? So then someone's like, oh my gosh, they start stressing, like, oh gosh, I was really trying to hit this like really low carb, and now I'm at 100 grams. Well, what's your fiber at? Do you have 30 grams of fiber? Well, 30 minus 100. Okay, well, there are your net carbs. So what is that, 70? So you're only at like 70 grams of carbs. All right, that's how you figure out your net carbs. I'm going to talk a little bit more in a different video about macronutrients. That was a little bit on fiber. I don't want to make this too long. So I will see you in the next video.